Most people understand the basics of how hearing aids work, but there are additional features that can make the device even more life-changing for users. Many hearing aids support something called an induction loop, and that's an important but little-known capability.
It's basically a wired environment that allows someone that's wearing a hearing aid to hear the sound from the PA or the speaker directly through their hearing aid.
Amy Rupert is an audiologist with Audiological Services of Cadillac. She says that hearing aids are able to connect to induction loops and can be very useful to people with hearing loss.
So the reason why that might be helpful, even though hearing aids themselves are helpful, is that when you are using the telecoil in the loop, you're able to overcome some of the distance problems that people have, some of the background noise problems, and even some environments have poor acoustics, high ceilings and things like that. So those are some of the things that we can overcome using a telecoil.
A high percentage of hearing aids have induction loop technology built in, but not all users are aware of this useful feature.
One journal article that I recently read said that about 58% of patients have a telecoil in their hearing aid. They may or may not know they have it, and it may or may not be programmed by the audiologist to use. And I think at our clinic we actually have a higher percentage of telecoils in the hearing aids, and we really try to educate our patients about that. We even have a room down the hall here where we will do a demonstration because we actually have a looped room.
Users of hearing aids that support induction loops can easily and discreetly turn on this feature and listen to important audio being sent directly to the device.
It's nice because there's not another piece of equipment that you need. There's not a headset that you have to go get from a technician or anything. You're just wearing your hearing aid. When you see the sign, and we'll look at what the sign looks like, it's basically a little ear with a T by it. When you see that sign and you're inside that looped environment, you would simply reach up on your hearing aid, activate the telecoil. There's usually a button or a switch to activate that. And then all of a sudden, it's kind of an aha moment for a lot of patients when they get in that environment because all of a sudden they're hearing like the speaker's voice directly in their ear. It's very easy to activate that way.
People who have hearing aids that do not include induction loop technology don't have to be left out. There are several options available to help these users enjoy the benefits of the technology.
So if the hearing aid itself doesn't have a telecoil, they could have their hearing aids paired with this. When they get inside that wired enclosure, they're going to hit this little audio source button here, and the telecoil in the streamer or the Minitech is going to then be their telecoil that will allow that sound source to be streamed to their hearing aids.
Not all locations in our area have induction loops, but the number of venues that support this technology is increasing.
Well, we actually have a list that we hand out to our patients. Not a whole lot, but we're getting more and more in the area. Oftentimes it'll be in churches, auditoriums. The Cadillac High School Auditorium here has it. The Grand Rapids Airport is looped. In bigger cities you'll find it more. But you can even loop your own living room if you wanted to have your TV or your stereo system looped. So I have had a couple patients who have gone to the expense or maybe done it themselves. But typically you're going to find it in the more public kind of venues.
For My News 26, I'm Kayla Kiley.